Just say hi for just a second.
I would love for you to talk to me that way in front of my man.
She's already coming. She's already down. She's already bringing the...
Yeah, I would say it in front of your man. He wouldn't do shit.
Yeah, anyway, please.
Oh, my...
He's proud of himself for...
Andrew Wilson forces this insane cringe feminist to completely melt down, to the point where she literally walks out and rage quits the show. And it all happens after Andrew flips her own argument right back on her. On the Whatever podcast, Wilson dismantles her entire stance using nothing more than sound logic and brutal reason. She tries to call him out for his tone, but Andrew instantly turned that same complaint against her, and that's when everything falls apart. She can't handle it, and the entire panel watches as she breaks. Let's get right into it.
You said you see a tendency to pick girls for the show to belittle them and show them in an awful light. This is from some of your earlier messages. I don't know if this is still your position, or if it is still your position, or...
I think that you have in the past, and I mean I can't speak beyond this panel because it's the only one I've seen in them versus clips, but when I see certain behaviors coming out from some of the female guests, there's no way you didn't know that they were going to respond in a certain way or just be like massively underprepared for like the pressure of coming on a big show, or like you kind of know what personality, and like obviously Andrew knows exactly what strings to pull, and you can get a reaction out of that. And right, it's the clip economy, so it is what it is, but there absolutely is a pattern there. I mean, you can go through
I'm gonna be
reels.
Completely honest, I don't ever know who's going on the show until the day of the show.
Well, whoever's in charge of booking, then, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, but you
can look at their
reference
content.
me.
No, I said
So
you're good at
Andrew,
pulling strings. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
but that can't be because I have a preconceived notion of how to do this with the person.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out that literally until the day of the show, Brian does not actually share that information with me. I don't think I've ever really asked him to be fair.
No one said that.
He doesn't. What's that?
No one said that you had the information who was going on the show.
Yeah, there is an inference there when you say, well...
We're not allowed to infer earlier.
When you say, I believe that the people who come on the show, you're specifically vetting them for the purposes of being able to push their buttons. Well, here...
I didn't say that either.
Now, case in point here, right? I think Lily Phillips is on the show today because she's famous, because she wants to fuck 1,000 guys, right? And she just had a bunch of viral clips. That's why I think she's here. I don't think that she's here for the nefarious reason of Brian wanting to push her buttons. I don't think that that's particularly even...
I'm here to debate important issues.
She pushed my buttons.
Yeah, right, but you wouldn't be here debating those important issues.
No, but you
if
can't...
there wasn't some notoriety which made you worth debating those important issues with.
Yeah, but you can't compare her to a lot of the other girls that have like these viral clips, that have no social media following, that aren't engaging in a conversation, that are super emotional, or they come here to, like, I do see a lot of girls coming to pick fights, and that has happened more, and it has changed my opinion a little bit about the show.
Well, like, but I'll invite people on who like clearly disagree with me or who have negative attitudes toward the podcast. I mean, she said the podcast is stupid, and my response is not to be like, well, fuck you, you're stupid. I'm like, come on the show, let me hear you out. And I think you maybe in your first message, you had perhaps some negative connotations or negative opinions toward the podcast. My response to criticism, and I've had actually some really nasty initial messages, like straight up insulting. They'll call me ugly, whatever. I won't even insult them back. I'll just be like, come on the show and let's have a conversation about it. So I'm actually quite open to hearing contrary opinions and positions.
Also, can you make the point very quickly that like all of what any of these guests would ever have to do is watch 1 or 2 episodes and do their due diligence to very quickly ascertain what they would be in for or not in for? Like, didn't you do that? Didn't all of you guys do that?
Well, yeah, and then, I mean, there was also ground rules, like, be respectful, but that's been broken 1,000 times, and other topics
Who
that
was
were off
disrespectful
limits.
to you?
I think you've been disrespectful to almost everyone on this panel at some point.
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing that's so funny, and this is why I call you a feminist, right? I literally am not treating you any differently than I would treat any other man who is sitting exactly where you're sitting. The problem is that inside of most women's brains, they pretend that they want to be treated equally, or they pretend that they want egalitarianism. And then the second you give them egalitarianism, they get very upset, right? We haven't actually had any insulting exchanges.
Yes, you actually called her dumb. Very loud and clear.
I didn't call her dumb.
Definitely did. It was
stupid or dumb, one or the other.
Yeah, you did.
No, I called Chair 1 dumb.
That's what I'm
Yeah, that's what I'm
referring to.
saying.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with her. I haven't been disrespectful.
You
to her
can
at all. She's
excuse
been-
every
she's been-
insult you make.
she's
It's
been-
incredible.
she's been
I have to give you credit for that.
she's-
It's actually
she's been
incredible.
She's been actually engaging. And by the way, I haven't insulted you either. What did I insult you with?
No, my point is that you can literally excuse everything you do and make it right because your biggest priority is to be right. And I have to give you kudos to that. You're good at it.
Yeah, but if your priority is to be right because you are right, what's wrong with that?
You made my point clear. Thank you.
Yeah, like as an example, for example,
Well, I mean,
you said,
you made my point clear too. Thank you. So anyway, back to this real quick.
for example,
it's very.
I don't think you're right
Hold
all
on.
the time.
Go ahead,
I know.
Ayla. Go ahead.
That's fine, and I'm wrong sometimes. I've just
Hold
haven't
on.
been wrong
Hold on.
tonight. So
Hold on. Go ahead, Ayla. Go ahead.
just use a very quick example. You were like, "Oh, you've been very disrespectful," and then he was like, "Well, who's been disrespectful or something?" No, yeah. You were like, "People are very disrespectful here," and then he like sort of challenged this, and then you said, "Well, you have been," and then he said, "Well, yeah," and then like quickly shifted the topic. Just as like an example is like sort of the conversational strategy
shift
that I
the
think is like
topic.
regularly at play here.
I'm happy to engage with the topic.
no, you-
I actually asked her, how have I been disrespectful to you? And the answer is how? Well, what? Yeah, what have I done? Because I'm patched in remotely?
You have several
I've had
conversational
to- I've
techniques
had to
that I could
interject a few
name if you'd
times.
like.
Hang on, stop. That's disrespectful. So because I've had to interject a couple of times because I'm patched in remotely, I'm not in the studio. Like, what have I actually said to you that's actually disrespectful except challenge your views? Not you, Ayla. I'm not talking
No,
to Ayla.
no. For me, it would be the constant interruption, then also the tone. Like tone is absolutely respectful or disrespectful. And you call me. Oh, I don't know why that's amusing, but I wouldn't want anyone talking to my kid that way or like anyone that I cared about that
What's
way. I
the
think
tone?
you should.
Your tone has been super condescending. I just don't comment on it.
I don't think that's true at all.
Yeah, I know you don't think that, but you see these subjective metrics of tone. Give me something I said. Did I call you a whore? Did I call you a slut? Did I call you a skank? Did I say you're fucking horrible?
Do you think
I didn't say, hang on. I didn't say any of these things. Instead, I simply challenged the things that you view as being true and gave you challenges to them. What did I actually say to you, though, that was insulting?
You can be, and I said disrespectful and not insulting, and you can be disrespectful without blatantly calling someone a whore. If that's like your only metric, then of course you're not going to think that you're being
So
disrespectful.
then would you say in the future I should just go ahead and call women whores? Since I
No,
will
I certainly
instead- Hang on,
don't.
since I will instead be attacked as being disrespectful regardless.
No, I'm giving you my experience with you, and I feel that a lot of people would have my opinion, and I know a lot of people are going to have yours. I'm telling you that I feel that this conversation has been very disrespectful with you.
I feel that you have been
Okay.
extraordinarily disrespectful. Your tone, for one thing, from now on, from now on, when you talk to me, I need you to use a sing-song voice, the singiest, songiest voice you can possibly think of, because otherwise I feel disrespected. Now, I can't give you any particular words that you've said, any particular phrases, any particular insults, because none of that matters.
We
What
are
matters is
constantly
that
evolving.
inside of my brain, I perceive your non-sing-song voice as being fucking disrespectful.
This is where things get absolutely hilarious. One of the panelists tries to call out Andrew Wilson, accusing the Whatever podcast of purposely picking weak guests just to humiliate them. She rambles about the clip economy and claims Andrew is pulling strings to push women's buttons. But here's the thing, Andrew isn't even told who the guests are until the day of the show. And when he explains that, she immediately pivots, twisting her words and dodging her own point. That's when the conversation takes a turn. The feminist suddenly shifts the argument to something so flimsy tone. She admits Andrew hasn't called her names or insulted her. Instead, she says his tone is disrespectful. That's it. No actual evidence, no actual insults, just your tone was mean. And that's exactly where Andrew flips it all back on her. He uses her own logic against her, showing how ridiculous it is to treat subjective feelings about tone as if they're actual arguments. Watch how quickly she breaks when he makes this point.
That's how you. That's okay. You would be okay with someone talking to your wife that way? No. Would you be okay with someone talking to your wife that way, or a man talking to your wife that way? Right now, right?
Wait, get Rachel.
There's no
Rachel
way.
Cameo? Rachel cameo? You want to talk to the wife?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I'll bring her down.
Oh, bring her down. All right.
No,
Just say hi really quick. Just say hi for just a
I
second.
would love
Just a
for
second.
you to
It's
talk
gonna
to
be-
me that
hold
way
on.
in front of
she's
my
coming.
man.
She's already
I would
coming. She's already
love
down.
it.
She's already bringing the.
Yeah, I would say it in front of your man. He wouldn't do shit.
Yeah, oh,
Anyway,
please.
Oh my. Hey,
Please.
relax,
Let's
okay.
test
Sing
it.
song voice. Where's my sing
Please.
song voice? Give me my sing
Please.
song voice.
Oh my goodness.
Where's my
What is going
sing
on?
song?
You'd make a
Okay.
great
Andrew,
Roman
get
emperor.
Rachel, are you in
Where's my
chat?
sing song?
It's
Yo, Rachel, are you in
midnight.
chat?
No, it's
Yeah.
midnight. I'm heading out.
We're
Yeah, I want to
we're
go.
almost done.
Good
Wait.
night. No, sir.
Wait. We're almost done. Oh.
He's proud of himself for.
Are we done now?
No. We're almost. No, stay. We're wrapping up.
I'll leave with you if you want.
Candace. Candace.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
It's so past
No,
my
we're,
bedtime.
Stay for
hold
the
on.
roast anyway.
We're almost
Yeah.
done. Just
Why?
wait.
For the roast? He's
Yeah,
already
we're
done
we're
enough.
almost done. Just wait.
I'm gonna go check on her. I'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
She rage quit. Oh.
At the end of the day, here is the truth. These feminists love to talk about equality, but when it's time to actually face equal treatment, they fall apart. They want to dish it out, but the second Andrew Wilson pushes back with the same logic, suddenly he's too harsh or too disrespectful. It's nothing but victim playing. And the best part? Andrew flips her own argument back on her, and it completely shatters her composure. She can't handle it. She has no way out, so what does she do? She rage quits. That's what happens when feelings collide with facts. Feminism thrives on double standards, and Andrew Wilson exposed that better than anyone. Let me know in the comments if you agree. And don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps push this video out to more people. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.